Students from National Cathedral, Lake, and Gonzaga meet today on It's Academic. I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to It's Academic, the world's longest-running TV quiz show produced by Altman Productions in association with David M. Rubenstein Productions and WETA.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: George Mason University, all together different.
Call us different.
Different in where we come from,
Where we're going,
and how we think.
but the same in our dreams for tomorrow.
Driven by the pull of possibility.
To inspire,
To think fearlessly. To protect and to heal the planet. We know the world will change.
together.
We will be the ones to change it.
Call Mason different. All
Together different.
Hi. So glad you're with us for our fifth playoff game of the season, which means all of these teams are really good, and we're going to see just how fast they are in just a moment. In fact, we're going to begin, as we always do, guys, with the fast start. Questions are worth 10 points up or down. First team to buzz in gets to answer. Teams, water, water all around. Please don't worry about getting wet. Just answer these questions, which are all about water. The Watergate scandal occurred. Blake.
Nixon.
Nixon is right. Liquid water may exist on the moon Europa, which orbits this. Blake.
Jupiter.
Correct. In the Fahrenheit system, water boils at Blake. Answer. 3.
212.
Yeah. This huge African waterfall is on the Blake.
Victoria.
Yes. Richard Adams wrote this novel about a group of rabbits.
Watership
Blake.
Down.
Watership Down is right. This three-letter word refers to water droplets formed on Blake.
Dew.
Dew, yeah. She got this two-word nickname for bringing water to thirsty soldiers. Blake.
Molly Pitcher.
Correct. You can buy Waterworks as a utility on this board game. Blake.
Monopoly.
Monopoly, which you have right now. This two-word phrase is another term for deuterium oxide. Blake.
Heavy water.
Heavy water. In an old saying, this liquid containing hemoglobin is thicker than Blake.
Blood.
Blood. Don't want anyone else to play? That does it for our fast start. Let's recap those scores. National Cathedral, 100 points. Blake, 200 points. And Gonzaga, 100 points. I really should say that Blake is our returning champion from last year. So now you know how that happened. Okay, it is time for the mix and match round. However, we get to learn a little bit about these students in terms of how long they've been on It's Academic. And we begin with National Cathedral School and Babiha. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, very nice to see you as well. My name is Babiha. I am 16. I'm a junior at National Cathedral School, and I've been on It's Academic for all 3 years of high school now.
That's wonderful, and we're so happy to see you again. Chloe.
Hi, my name is Chloe. I am a junior at NCS, and I have been a part of It's Academic for 2 years.
Awesome. And Jane.
I'm Jane. I'm a sophomore, and this is my second year on It's Academic and my first year competing.
All right, guys, here are your questions. Cuba still endures. Study this sentence and you'll discover within it the name of what French prison stormed at the beginning of the French Revolution.
Bastille.
Yeah. Stereotypical, scintillating, poignant. A person whose conversation is very lively and animated can best be described by which of these adjectives?
The second option?
Yeah, scintillating. Cyprus, Lithuania. The natural resources of these two countries include what fossilized resin that describes the waves of grain in the song America the Beautiful?
Amber.
Yeah. For all at last returns thee. To quote ecologist Rachel Carson, add what word that names a body of water such as the Baltic or Adriatic?
C.
C, it is. Aaron Copland, Duke Ellington, John Philip Sousa. Of these three musicians, which is best known for his ballet scores, such as Appalachian Spring?
Aaron Copeland.
Yeah, the remarkable Aaron Copeland. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. This view of friendship was expressed by what ancient Greek philosopher who tutored Alexander the Great?
Aristotle.
Yeah, you've got it. Nice job, NCS, 220 points. To Blake High School from Silver Spring, Maryland. Hello, Fred. Good to see you.
Hi, I'm an 18-year-old senior, and this is my 3rd year on the show and my 4th year in the club.
Awesome, and it's always good to see you. Nathan?
Hi, I'm an 18-year-old senior. This is my 3rd year on the show, and I want to thank It's Academic for having us. This is Blake's 90th, 90 appearance on the program.
Wow, that's impressive. I just gotta say, yay! So how many years has Benny the Bengal been on the show?
I don't know that, but quite a few.
Quite a few. Nikhil?
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior, and this is my 4th year in the club and 3rd year competing on shows.
Well, always good to see you guys, and you're fast. Here we go. No high school math. If you know high school history, you can find hidden here the name of what 19th century political party that elected William Henry Harrison president?
Whig.
Yes. Daintily, quietly, clumsily. If someone lumbered into a room, that person would be moving in which of these ways?
The 3rd one.
Yeah, clumsily. Laius, Jocasta. These legendary characters were unhappy parents of what ancient Greek who killed his father and married his mother?
Oedipus.
Yes. Miami is where the blank goes to die. To complete this caustic observation, fill in the blank with what gas whose symbol is Ne.
Neon.
Where the neon goes to die, yeah. Albania, Kuwait, Pakistan. Which of these 3 countries shares a land border with Iraq?
Kuwait.
Kuwait it is. He is the greatest composer who ever lived. Now that's praise, especially since it came from Beethoven, who was referring to what Baroque composer noted for his oratorios such as the Messiah?
Handel.
Yeah, it is. Nice, Blake. 320 points. To Gonzaga. Hi, guys. Home of the Eagles. And first, Paul, tell us a little something.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm 17. I'm a junior at Gonzaga, and this is my 2nd year on It's Academic.
All right, Peter.
I'm Peter. I'm 18. This is my 3rd year, and I'm a senior.
Awesome. And Johnny.
Hey, I'm Johnny. I'm a senior, and this is my 2nd year on the show.
Well, it's good to have all you guys here again. Here we go. It stormed icily. Brave this storm and see if you can find the hidden name of what Renaissance Italian family that ruled the city of Florence.
Medici.
You've got it. Fight, study, cry. A person who is pugnacious is most likely to do which of these?
Fight.
Yeah. Pamlico, Puget. Pamlico's on the east coast of the United States. Puget is on the west. But both are called what same type of S-initialed ocean, strait or inlet?
Sound.
Sound, yeah. Rise early, work late, strike. Here you have J. Paul Getty's advice for getting rich. To complete it, put in the blank what slick, greasy fuel which gave Getty his fortune.
Oil.
Yeah. Phonograph, seed cultivator, sewing machine. Once slavery ended, African Americans found it easier to obtain patents, including one for which of these inventions patented by Henry Blair?
Sewing machine.
No, seed cultivator. Legal cloth we weave in the day is often unraveled at night. This comment from former Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer refers to what wife of Odysseus who used this trick to avoid choosing a new husband?
Penelope.
You've got it. Nicely done, Gonzaga. 200 points. That does it for Mix and Match. We have Picture Perfect next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Well, we have some pictures to show off in this Picture Perfect round where questions are worth 20 points up or down. Once again, first team to buzz in gets to answer. First question. According to ancient myth, it was here, arising from sea foam, that what classical... Blake?
Aphrodite.
Yeah. Choice. This is a 19th century painting by what artist known for his depiction of Native Americans? Blake? Answer?
Wyeth.
No, George Catlin. This primitive lute was carved by a Batak tribesman on Sumatra, one of the larger... Blake?
Indonesia.
Indonesia is it. Evaluate this expression, Blake.
4.
Yeah. Ida B. Wells, an anti-lynching crusader and journalist, was one founder of what major civil rights organization, Blake?
NAACP.
Correct. These lovely flowers grow year-round near what lovely capital of the Bahamas? Blake?
Nassau.
Nassau's right. Halogens, rare earths, metalloids. You would never expect to find elements with large electronegativity values to be in which of these groups?
Rare
Gonzaga.
earths.
No, halogens. Illuminated in the center of this 13th century manuscript is a Hebrew word from what second book of the Bible, Blake?
Exodus.
Yep, and that does it for the Picture Perfect round. Let's take a look at those scores. National Cathedral, 220 points, Blake, 420 points, and Gonzaga, 180 points. So it takes a lot to be on It's Academic, clearly, and the students don't do it alone. There's a whole crew behind them that helps prepare them for competition. National Cathedral, Chloe, tell us who helps you.
We have our coach, Mr. White. He's always been here to support us and help us with our practices and practice scrimmages, so we're really thankful for him.
All right, great to have you as always. And Blake?
Yeah, we have our coaches, Mr. Caulfield and Mr. Kalina, our assistant principal, Dr. Carlton, and our alternates, Sam and Luke. And we also want to thank our parents and teachers for helping to prepare us for today.
Beautiful. Do you guys think you prepared them well enough? Because I was a little worried. Gonzaga?
Today we have our moderator, Mr. Kilner. We have our alternate Christian and our parents here. I hope they're not too disappointed.
Oh, no. How could they be? No, we're all proud. You guys are all awesome. They are fast, really fast.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's time to pick a packet. In this packet round, National Cathedral, you go first. Blake, you get to choose which packet they'll answer questions from. 1, 2, or 3.
Number 1, please.
Number 1. Questions are worth 20 points. Nothing off for a wrong answer. If you get them all right, there's a 25-point bonus. How many connecting rings are used to symbolize the Olympic Games, which bring together the countries of the world?
5.
Yeah. There are about 600,000 rivets in each of the 2 of what famous San Francisco bridge towers that span the strait separating the bay from the Pacific Ocean?
Golden Gate.
That's it. Before the Knights of Malta arrived on Malta, they had ruled what Aegean island known in ancient times for its Colossus?
Sure.
The island is?
Cyprus?
No, not too far away. It was Rhodes. Here's your science question. Rectification, static induction, electromagnetic induction. When a loop of wire is moved into a magnetic field, an electric current will start to flow in the wire. Which of these terms refers to this phenomenon?
Static induction?
Nah, electromagnetic induction. In the 1990s, spacecraft surveys of the moon found areas containing what metallic element with atomic number 22 and symbol Ti?
Titanium?
That's it. What British author created an alien named Ford Prefect who was picked up by a spaceship called Heart of Gold in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Answer? Is Douglas Adams. All right, math question. If x equals 5, what is the value of y?
5.
Yeah. Among the national heroes of the Kurdish people is what 12th century Muslim leader who opposed Richard the Lion-Hearted during the Third Crusade? And the answer is Saladin. All right, National Cathedral, 300 points. Blake, you're up. Gonzaga, packet number 2 or 3?
2?
They're going to buzz in and tell you if that's right or not. Here we go. Packet number 2. The Maid of the Mist is not a person, but the name of a boat that carries tourists visiting what mighty waterfalls on the U.S.-Canadian border?
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. And those raincoats you wear stink, by the way. According to one study, the average American consumes 280 milligrams a day of what stimulant found in coffee, tea, and chocolate?
Caffeine.
Yes. In 1937, the Earth missed colliding with a large asteroid named for what Greek messenger god identified with the Roman Mercury?
Hermes.
Yes. Here's your science question. Density, mass, hardness. Is the weight of an object on Earth equal to the acceleration of gravity, g, times the object's density, mass, or hardness?
Mass.
Yeah. When English essayist John Ruskin spoke of music for the eyes, he was describing what major German river that empties into the North Sea?
Rhine.
Yep. Many people enjoy being alone for brief periods, but how many years of solitude is mentioned in the title of a novel by Gabriel Garcia Marquez?
100.
You've got it. Here's your math question. What is the value of this expression?
5.
Uh-huh. Prior to becoming a communist state, the Republic of China was established in 1912. And what doctor became its president?
Sun Yat-sen.
Yup, and are you surprised, everybody? 25-point bonus for Blake. Nice job. Gonzaga, I've got questions.
Oh.
Yay, here we go. In 1816, a ship named the Frontenac was the first steamboat to sail which of our Great Lakes that also names a Canadian province?
Ontario?
Yeah, that's it. America's first recorded auto accident occurred in 1896 when a car collided with what type of non-motorized vehicle today featured in the Tour de France?
Bicycle?
Yes. Using a probe tipped with a human nose hair, scientists drilled 1,000 feet into the earth to extract the 200-year-old remains of what insects of the order of Lepidoptera?
Chupacabra.
Butterflies. Here's your science question. A woodpecker pecking a living tree might penetrate what thin, growing layer of cells located beneath the bark?
Xylem?
No, it's cambium. A sea captain who lost his bearings on the Bering Strait might hit what island chain extending from Alaska to the international dateline?
Aleutian?
That's it. Lots of authors write colorful novels, but Anthony Burgess wrote a novel whose title includes what color described as clockwork? It is...
Green.
No, orange, a clockwork orange. Here's your math question. If x equals 8, what's the value of this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer?
50.
You are right. Because of his height, the Great Asparagus became a nickname for what World War II French general who became president of France in 1959? You'll know it when I say it. Ready?
Sure.
Charles de Gaulle. All right, Gonzaga, nice and 260 points. Please stay where you are. The grab bag is next.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know that the phrase "In God We Trust" did not become the official U.S. national motto until 1956? It replaced the Latin motto "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one. I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Hi, it's time for the grab bag round, and this will be very exciting. In the grab bag round, questions are worth 20 points up or down. The first team to buzz in gets to answer. Here we go. A scimitar and writings from the Quran appear on the flag of what Middle Eastern nation, Blake?
Saudi Arabia.
You are right. After advocating the annexation of the Fiji Islands, what British Prime Minister moved on to bigger things by proclaiming Queen Victoria? Blake?
Disraeli.
Yeah, Empress of India was the end of that question. Although it's a book, not a musical piece. One of the novels by Toni Morrison is titled Song of Blake?
Solomon.
Yes, on your screens. This is what Vermont congressman, whose name is attached to the 1862 act that led to, Blake?
Webster Ashburton.
No, moral act that led to the establishment of many new colleges. The poet Alfred Lord Tennyson wrote that knowledge comes, but what lingers? An intellectual quality you supposedly acquire with your back Blake?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. A car travels at 50 miles per hour. At that rate, how many seconds does it take to travel 1 mile? Blake? Answer? 3, 2, 1.
40.
72, sorry. Since Abraham Lincoln once owned a saloon, it's doubtful he would have supported what number constitutional, Blake?
18th.
18th, yeah, that mandated prohibition. On your screens. This old coin pictures King Edward I, who conquered what coal mining section of Great Britain, Blake?
Wales.
Wales it is. Science fiction author Damon Knight wrote a book with what title that can be read as either 2 letters, Blake?
Us.
No, CV, or as the Roman numerals for 105. Choice. Which of the following scientists first determined the charge of an electron? Millikan, Dalton, or Priestley? Yep, Gonzaga.
Dalton.
No, Millikan. Many people have read Azar Nafisi's bestseller, Reading Lolita in Blake?
Tehran.
That's it. On your screens. Only 43 years old when he became the Republican Party's first presidential, Blake?
Fremont.
Fremont, yes, who lost the 1856 election to James Buchanan. Called the most patient man in American history, what 19th century entrepreneur took 12 years to lay the first transatlantic, Blake?
Field.
Yes, Cyrus Field. The sum of 2 consecutive integers is 99. Give Blake?
50.
Yep, give either integer, 49 or 50. For a fruitful evening, you might go see the cherry orchard. The last, Blake?
Chekhov.
Yep, on your screens. This is what bustling city, the capital of Oman? Blake?
Muscat.
You're right. The back of your throat and your middle ear are connected by what tube, Blake? Answer? 3.
Station.
That's it. Japan's highest decoration is called the Supreme Order of... And that does it. It's the end of the game. We'll be right back.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Many students are getting involved in their communities in important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
Hello, my name is Jameson. I go to Lockville High School, and for my community service, I volunteer at a local streetcar museum. For my service, I usually help with the maintenance and restoration of the streetcars there, as well as with the general upkeep of the museum. Furthermore, I help with setting up community events when they have them. Overall, I would say I get a lot out of it because I enjoy working with my hands. I enjoy also the teamwork, and it feels good to see people going to the community events that I help set up.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
The scores are now official. We begin with Gonzaga College High School. Paul, Peter, Johnny, 240 points. From National Cathedral School, also in Washington, D.C., Babia, Chloe, and Jane, 300 points. I just want to give a special shout out to NCS and Gonzaga for not actually walking out Lucas, I know it was tough to compete against Blake. Coming back for the semifinal, amazing guys. Fred, Nathan, Nikhil, 805 points. It was a really impressive show of knowledge, guys. Just wanna say that. Anyway, I'm so happy that you were here with us today. I'm Hillary Howard. See you next time. And remember, everybody, it's academic. Bye-bye.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: George Mason University. All together different.
Call us different.
Different in where we come from,
Where we're going,
and how we think.
but the same in our dreams for tomorrow.
Driven by the pull of possibility.
To inspire,
To think fearlessly. To protect and to heal the planet. We know the world will change.
together.
We will be the ones to change it.
Call Mason different. All
Together different.